Important for configuring a directive are the 5 hooks such a directive has. Kind of like lifecycle hooks on a component, a directive has also 5 methods we can hook in to perform things with the element the directive sits on. The first hook is the bind hook. This is fired as soon as our directive is bound to the element, so as soon as we got access to the element therefore. Here we get 3 arguments passed into this method. The L argument refers to the element the directive sits on. The binding argument refers to the way this directive is set up, so which arguments we may pass it, which modifiers we may pass to it, we will see all of that. And vnode refers to the node in the virtual DOM. That's something you will rarely use. Especially important, the latter 2 arguments, binding and vnode, should be treated as read-only. Don't change anything there inside of your directive, because that really are things controlled by Vue.js and not something you should change at runtime. So this bind hook here occurs once the directive is attached to the element. Thereafter we get the inserted hook. This occurs as soon as it is inserted in the DOM, so as soon as this element also is part of the DOM, but we can access it in the first hook already. That's important to understand. We don't need it to be inserted in the DOM to be able to style it or do anything with it. It will reflect these changes once it is inserted anyways. And there we get the same arguments. Then we get update. Update is called whenever the component updates, though important, the children of that component haven't been updated yet. And here we also got an extra argument, old vnode. Well, since it updated, we got the new node in the virtual DOM and the old node. Again, both should be treated as read-only, as should be binding. We also got component updated. That is called once the component has been updated and the children in the component. So once everything has been updated. The arguments are the same as in the update method. And we got unbind. That is whenever the directive would be removed. And there we also got the element, the binding, and the current virtual node. These are the 5 hooks. I'm going to say right away, you're going to use bind and update the most often. And actually, I will show the whole example with just the bind node, which is the important one, because that is the one, well, triggering whatever your directive should trigger when applied to an element, right? So let's see this in action.